Additional frequently asked questions for commercial real estate. In today's video, what I want to do is talk about a concept that is a valuable one for those individuals who are looking to invest and develop commercial property. And that is how to identify the path of progress. And so we're going to define what exactly the path of progress is in this video and also explain ways that you can start identifying the way that it's moving and some of the trajectory of a neighborhood or an area over a period of time. So before diving this video, I'd greatly appreciate if you can like and subscribe to this channel. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm and ensures more and more people can hear this message and learn about the many facets of commercial real estate. So now you've done that, go and like and subscribe below. Let's go ahead and dive into this episode. All right. So the question is, what exactly is the path of progress? And I believe we talked about this previously in a video, but the concept is the path of progress is where the investment and where the redevelopment and development is going. So you're usually in areas of town where there's a lot of brand new buildings, bright and shiny skyscrapers nearby. That's an area where the progress has already taken place. Now, there may be other areas of town where maybe it had been blighted for years, but now you're starting to see people buy a property in the area. You know, properties are starting to flip over and become nicer. New retail concepts are coming into town or coming into the area. And that's an area where the path of progress seemingly is going. And so, one of the ways to identify areas where the path of progress is starting to lean to is that exact way. One of the best ways to do it is just to physically drive the different areas of town. So drive around, kind of get a feel for different projects that are taking place in an area. I like to physically walk in areas because I deal a lot with in the retail space. So walkability is an important piece of the puzzle. So if areas are starting to become more walkable, that means that sidewalks are expanding. Maybe there's a two-way conversion on a street happening. Maybe there's some proposals as far as new attractions that are coming to the area from a city's perspective. All these indicate that there is movement in the area that could lead to additional investment. So that's the first step, is to physically go to locations, drive around, and then get out of your car, walk around, and start getting a feel for what's going on around you. Number two is to review the planning docket. So what that means is that oftentimes when areas start to shift in, investment, developers and investors will come in and rezone properties to support new commercial uses. So maybe a property was zoned residential or industrial or some other use, and an investor will then come in and say, okay, well, now we can convert this into a mixed use building. Maybe there's retail on the bottom and we're going to build some multifamily on top. But in order to do that, you're going to have to rezone the property to support that new use. And so oftentimes you'll get a lot of insight by just going back in the planning docket and reviewing the different addresses that are under review as far as rezones are concerned. And if you see a bunch of addresses in one specific area that are starting to get rezoned, that's a very good indication that there's movement in that area and there's investment that's going to be taking place that you could then piggyback off of and potentially benefit from, larger scale investment in the area. So that's number two, is to review planning commission dockets to determine what addresses are being rezoned. And if there's a high concentration of addresses in a certain area that are getting rezoned, that's probably a good indication that it's an area you should look at. So that's number two. Number three is to speak to the neighbors. Oftentimes if someone's been in the area for a long period of time, they've seen how the area has progressed. And so going to local coffee shops or going to areas where local neighbors are frequenting and then just striking up conversations with people is a great way to do that. Often also just calling up people in the area and just having conversations with them about how they like the area, things that they've seen changing, what they would like to see in the area. And then from there, you can start extracting some information or informational nuggets from these individuals to gain some insights as to how the area has been changing. And you'll get it from firsthand experience of people who have been in the area for a long period of time. So that's number three, is to talk to the neighbors and people around there to get an understanding of what's been happening and where they see the progress going around in that particular area. So that's number three. And then finally, number four is reviewing the comprehensive plan for different municipalities. Now, we've talked about it in different videos in the past where a lot of cities will take time to determine how they want different neighborhoods to progress over time. So they may have a comprehensive plan for a particular area saying, hey, in the future, we'd like to see this little strip become retail. We'd like to see some multifamily in this area. We'd like to, maybe move some industrial out of this area and move in more attractive uses like daycares, healthcare, et cetera. And oftentimes it'll be laid out as a plan that the city is wanting to put forward. And so if you're able to bring some of those concepts that support the comprehensive plan of that area, oftentimes you could even get potentially some city support behind you, whether that's in the form of facade loans at lower interest rates, or maybe credits from the city depending on the renovation amount that you're going to be putting into a building. I mean, there's all these different benefits you can receive from the city if, in fact, you support or align with where they want the comprehensive plan to go. And so, definitely review the comprehensive plan for each municipality you're in. It's going to be different depending where you're located. So, what I would encourage you to do is type in the city name, comprehensive plan, and you'll likely see a document that's generated, and just go ahead and review that physically. Or if you'd like to, you could even throw it in ChatGPT and have it give you a summary of it, because I know those comprehensive plans can be quite cumbersome and long and have a lot of legalese in them. But again, review those comprehensive plans and make sure you have an understanding of where the city wants to see the path of progress going, because oftentimes it does follow pretty closely to that as well. So those are 4 key things that you should be considering or looking at if, in fact, you're looking to invest in areas where the path of progress is going. I hope you gained some value from this video. Obviously, we greatly appreciate the support you guys have shown this channel. Please like and subscribe. It does make a big impact in our ability to reach a broader audience. Along with that, if you guys are looking to buy, sell, or lease commercial property here in Louisville, my name is Raphael. I'm a commercial real estate agent in town. I'd be happy to help you with your search. My number is 502-536-7315, or you can reach me via email at raphael@grisantigroup.com. Thanks again so much for tuning in, and we'll see you all next time.